guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode in my What I Eat in a Day series. I actually filmed this while I was visiting my parents in Vermont, so this is a great example of what I might eat if I don't have my fully stocked kitchen. Of course they have a fully stocked kitchen, but I don't have all of the ingredients that I eat most days. So this is just kind of how I deal when I am not at home. So my breakfast today was my matcha latte as well as a zucchini and blueberry smoothie bowl. And the matcha that I'm using is my favorite matcha. It's from the Matcha Reserve. It's a premium ceremonial grade matcha, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in a minute. And then I sweeten my lattes with monk fruit extract. And then I also add in some pumpkin pie spice for a little bit of flavor, some ashwagandha powder from Sun Potion, and some coconut butter to make it creamy. So here's what the matcha looks like. It's super bright green. I love the flavor of it. And if you guys want to try this brand, you can actually use the coupon code Simply Quinoa and get 15% off. So I'm just going to add about half a teaspoon of that into my blender, along with the monk fruit extract and the pumpkin pie spice. And then I also am adding about a quarter to a half teaspoon of ashwagandha powder. And then the rest of the coconut butter, I didn't have a lot left. And then I'm just topping this off with some hot water, blending it up until it's nice and smooth, and pouring it into my mug, and that's all you've got to do. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you know how much I love that foam on top, so this was an awesome latte. For my smoothie, I made a zucchini blueberry smoothie, and I actually chopped up an entire fresh zucchini and used that as my smoothie base. So I just added that into my blender. And then I also used some rhodiola powder, which is another adaptogen, as well as some cordyceps. And this one is from the brand Root and Bones. Again, I have a coupon code for this, so if you want to check them out, that link is in the description box below. And then for my protein this morning, I used this Veggie Performance protein. It's their Veggie Sport. And I really like this protein. It's on the sweeter side, but it's great for post-workout. It has 30 grams of plant-based protein. It has some BCAAs in it, as well as some glutamines. So it's awesome for post-workout and muscle recovery. So I added that in, as well as my 2 powders, some frozen broccoli stems, frozen banana, and frozen blueberries. Poured in a little bit too many blueberries, so I had to take some of those out. But then I just blended this up with a little bit of water, and here is the consistency of the smoothie. It is honestly like soft serve ice cream. It's so delicious, and the zucchini gives it a really nice boost in fiber, but it also makes it super creamy. So then I just poured it into a bowl, smoothed over the top, of course, and then added my toppings. I went for my mom's homemade granola, some blueberries, some coconut, and some chia seeds. So lunch today, I made some falafel bites, and I also made some rice cakes with cream cheese and avocado. And I was actually doing a recipe test. So the recipe is now on my blog if you want to get this full recipe, but I'm just going to show you how I made them. So it's 2 cans of chickpeas, which have been drained and rinsed, added into a food processor. And then you also add in some chopped onion and some fresh parsley and fresh cilantro. And then for flavoring, we're just using some salt, some garlic powder, and some chili powder. And then I'm also adding in some cumin, which you'll see in a second. And then to help bind it together, we're doing chickpea flour. This is helping to keep them grain-free, as well as some high-quality olive oil, some lemon juice, some baking powder, and then the cumin. And then we're just going to blend this up in our food processor until it forms a really kind of thick, smooth dough consistency. You're going to have to pulse it a few times. You might have to scrape down the sides a little bit, but it should all eventually come together. And this is what you want the texture to look like. So you can see it's pretty thick, and then I use a cookie scoop, and I scoop the dough out and I put them onto a baking sheet. This recipe makes about 24 little bites, which is awesome, and then you can just bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes, and they are so delicious. I had about 4 of these for my lunch. I ended up drizzling them with a little bit of a tahini sauce for photos, and it was the perfect addition. So if you want to check out the recipe, that is linked in the description box below. And I didn't quite feel like that was enough lunch, so I ended up making 2 rice cakes as well. These are rice thins, and I topped them with some Kite Hill chive cream cheese spread. You guys know I love that. I use it all the time. And then I also did some sliced avocado, some fresh parsley, and some red pepper flakes. And this was just a really light, crunchy, summery lunch, and it was delicious. My afternoon snack was an energy bite. This recipe is also on my blog. My mom actually made a batch of these and she had a few left over. So I had 2 little energy bites for my afternoon snack and they were so delicious. They taste like brownies and they have the best inside texture. You guys have to try this recipe. And then dinner tonight, we actually had a potluck at my parents' house. My dad had some work friends over, so it was kind of a hodgepodge of things, but we were heavy on the appetizers. I put out the rest of my falafel bites and I served them with a tahini sauce. We also had chips and salsa. And then we had some chips and hummus on the other side of the porch. And look at this really cute bowl. This is something that Sabra sent me. It's perfect for the little hummus container, so it's awesome for serving. And then I just want to show you Trevi. Look how cute she is. She loves looking out on the trees here. And this is just a view from my parents' porch. And for dinner, we had corn on the cob, salad, and I had a veggie burger. And the salad was made by one of my dad's work friends. We got the corn on the cob and we just boiled that. Sprinkled it with some salt and pepper, and then this was a mushroom veggie burger that I topped with ketchup and mustard, and overall it was perfectly filling. We did have some chocolate at the end of the night after everybody left, and I had a few glasses of rosé over the course of the evening, but we ate outside, and it was such a great way to enjoy the summer weather with a light and flavorful meal. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. This is our 29th episode, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, there is a button right on the screen that you can click and subscribe. And make sure to check out the other What I Eat in a Day videos in my playlist that is also linked on this screen. Otherwise, I hope you have a really lovely rest of your day. Bye, guys.